Recently there have been suspicions Saudi Arabia owns Chelsea. And if it's true, Chelsea would be in a big trouble. So we will simulate that it's true and we will relegate Chelsea down and down to League Two. Of course we will get a big fine and we won't have enough money for big transfers. Our goal is to get Chelsea back into the Prem. Can we do it? So first I created a manager. Our name is George Disney. George because I just forgot his name was Walt. Never mind. I named him like that because there is a huge connection between us. We both built something that has potential. We had almost no money, but we still could afford a few smaller transfers. Ryan Giles, pretty decent left back from Middlesbrough, and he's only 23 years old. And Jason Raksaki from Charlton Athletic, right winger who is even younger. The only stable player from the former Chelsea A team that remains is Thiago Silva. Thiago has confirmed his loyalty to the club and he's playing for free. He's gonna end his professional career in the end of the season. Another very important step was call players back from loan. We will use the rest of our money to do that. Our loan signings are Sterling, not Raheem, he plays for Dortmund now, Ethan Ampadu, Colville, and the iconic Bakayoko. I would never say this guy will be playing in a League Two. Then we called back Hudson Odoi, but he was too good for our team. So he went to Galatasaray for £12 million, and we will save this money for next season. We called back Romelu Lukaku, but he didn't want to play at Chelsea anymore. So, unfortunately, he left for free to Liverpool. The only player who stayed on loan was Jamie Cumming. Why? I don't know. Maybe I was just afraid of him coming back. So this is our lineup. At the top is a 19 years old striker Fofana, and we expect a lot of goals from him this season. We also have a lot of other skilled players who have actually stayed at Chelsea. For example, 18 years old Carney Chukwuemeka is one of them. After all, our team is really good for League Two, and our strong captain Thiago Silva will lead us to promotion. But we have to prove it on the pitch. Which lead us to the first match. It wasn't known whether Chelsea would be allowed to continue at Stamford Bridge, but the club eventually sold enough season tickets for us to play in this famous stadium. And our first match was against Hartlepool, and we had a wonderful start. In the 18th minute, Fofana escaped the opponent's defense wonderfully and scored our first goal of the season. In the 37th minute, after a foul, the referee gave us an advantage, which we didn't use, but we had a free kick. Ryan Giles took the ball and sent it straight. Beautiful goal from Giles. 2-0. But somehow still in the first half, Hartlepool managed to lower the score to 2-1. And it didn't take long, and it was 2-2. So we need to make a few changes. We replaced Ampadu with Colville and hoped it will be better, but it wasn't, and the match ended in a 2-2 draw. The team wasn't ready for the season. Missing preseason games and the confusion over a lot of signings for little money caused the squad to collapse. We didn't even do well in training. The new idea was to give space to young players, but it was too early for that. Even so, in the next match against Bradford, Lois Hall got the opportunity to make his debut in the starting 11. And we didn't start well this time. Bradford scored the first goal in the 6th minute. Another goal! Only 3 minutes later, we conceded too many goals, and our defense played terrible. The match ended 6-1 for Bradford, and fans were angry at management, so us too. And the coach is angry too. No one expected the former PL team to be in 17th place after 2 rounds. That wasn't a great debut for Luis. However, it seemed that players finally started to understand each other. Chelsea has won 3 matches in a row and reached the top 10. The next match is against Doncaster. The first interesting moment in the match was the penalty in the minute 30. Raksaki took that pressure on himself and scored the opening goal. 20 minutes later, our star striker Wesley Fofana made it 2-0. The match ended 2-1 and we could celebrate another victory. Chelsea was on a winning streak. The team that was about standards in League Two was proving it. We only lost a cup game to Wrexham, which I put there because I wanted to know how they do. But then, I really wanted to spice up the story. I had a scenario in my head about Fofana's injury preventing him from playing football anymore and looking for a solution in our young academy. But instead of that, I got sacked! And for what? I have no idea. I followed the task. And I also kept the funds from the Hudson-Odoi transfer. And I was first in the league. However, I didn't have a save. So I basically lost the entire progress and I had only one last option. Getting fired and wait for Chelsea to look for a new coach. So I got fired again and again until I got to India. To fucking India. Even teams from the League Two didn't want me anymore. And after that I was falling down and down in the Indian league table. And if you are wondering why my trainer changed skin color, I have no idea. He probably adapted to India or some shit. I'm sorry. So this is how it turned out. Chelsea got promoted to League One, but without me, and my journey ends here. But you can write me in the comments your ideas and scenarios for which team I should play and what could happen. We can make a custom career mode together. And of course, like and subscribe. Bye.